Hi, and welcome to Synapse. If your current study method is reading a textbook over and over again, hoping you'll remember, if so, do you find yourself stressed out because you can't memorize such a vast quantity of information, then this video is for you. Right study technique and effective time management are crucial for success. So, this is a New Year gift from Team Synapse. So, go into the new year with a new strategy and see your dreams come true. If you haven't subscribed yet, then subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for notifications when we put up a new video. Without any delay, let's get into the study techniques. So here's a little disclaimer. These techniques have been scientifically proven effective in retaining memory, and there are many journals on the following techniques, and you can search them up and read them for more information. So let's get started. The first method is the SQ3R method. So it's an acronym where S stands for survey. So here, instead of reading the entire book or a chapter, start skimming the headings, the subheadings, the images, and the standout features of the chapter like the charts. Second is the Q, that stands for question. So here you formulate questions around the content that is given in the chapter, which you would have got an idea by surveying the chapter in the beginning. Then R stands for read. So you go ahead and read the chapter and formulate the answers to the questions that you framed in step 2. The next R stands for recite. So here you summarize whatever you've read in your own words and try to answer the questions that you've framed in second step. The third R stands for review. Once you've finished a chapter, it's important to review the material to fully understand it and later quiz yourselves by doing some practice questions. So that's for the first technique. So the next technique is called as the retrieval practice. Now here it is based on the fact that recalling an answer to a question improves learning more than looking just for answers in the textbook. Here are some ways. First, make your own questions and then answer them and discuss amongst your study circle. So this way you will revise your material. At the same time, you will motivate your study partners or your friends to also frame questions. So when they also bring their questions to the table, there will be a very healthy discussion and you will understand the concepts in a much better way. Second is to use flashcards. And third is to utilize practice tests and quiz questions. So that's for the retrieval practice. Okay, the third and the most important technique is known as spaced practice, okay, or spaced repetition. So this diagram is Ebbinghaus forgetting curve. So this article and this technique has gained great popularity amongst the students and researchers. So in this graph, you can identify that if you read something, okay, so on the y-axis is the percentage of the content that is retained, okay, when you read a material, and on the x-axis you have the number of days, so that is the time curve. So when you read something, okay, let's say you've understood, let's say 60% of that, okay, on the day you read it, taken as day 0, and then if you actually see it, the curve falls down, okay, and then by around second day you remember only 25 to 30% of what you read, okay, and then it just levels off. So you read it once and most of it is gone. Probably you'll remember only 20% of what you've read, okay. So now that you've understood this, let's go on to the spaced repetition practice. So when our brains almost forget something, okay, they work harder to recall that information. It's like forgetting is crucial for remembering and learning. It sounds a bit like Christopher Nolan movie plot, but okay, let's focus. So, spacing our study allows our mind to make connections between ideas and build upon the knowledge, okay, that can be easily recalled later. So, Here you have to review your material in spaced intervals similar to the schedule here. So day 1 you're going to, let's say, read the material for the first time, read a new chapter. So day 2 you review the same chapter. On day 3 you do the same thing. And the next repetition or revision will be on day 7, that is after a week. And next revision will be on day 14. So in this way, when you revise the material, okay, after a specific interval of time which is scientifically chosen, the chances of you forgetting will be less. So this is the proof. So when you relearn something, when you have reviewed something, you look at the curves, okay? So at the end of, let's say, 7th day, look at the curve. The percentage of retaining the information is up to 95%. Okay, the proof is in front of you. That's why we say reviewing or revising what you've read once is a very crucial to retain and remember whatever you've read. So next, a very popular technique known as the Feynman technique. So you must have heard about this, and I have mentioned it once in my previous video, which is called NEET PG preparation video. So it is based on the idea that if you can't explain it simply, then you don't understand it well enough. What this means is, by attempting to explain a concept in our own words, we are likely to understand it a lot better. Okay, this way you'll find loopholes in your concept, and then you would go back, revisit your standard textbooks, and figure out and come up with the correct answer. So, something which looks very complicated, let's say, a very difficult topic, okay, which we all encounter in our medical practice, and simplifying that concept, okay, makes it a lot more easier to remember. So this is a very informative and a very beautiful flow chart where step 1 is you choose your concept. Okay, you're reading something. Let's say you've chosen a concept, and step 2, here you're going to teach it. Okay, so you can teach it. Here it says young engineer, but it could be your colleagues, your juniors. It could be your platform on YouTube where you just teach others, okay, other students, and help them out. And step 3, and here you're going to identify what is the gap in your concept. Okay, and step 4 is you're going to review your material, okay, and just simplify and come up with the information to connect that gap. Okay, that's for the Feynman technique. And next is the Leitner system. So this is a learning system which is based on flashcards. Now, if you're a person who uses flashcards, then you can just try incorporating this system. So here there are 5 boxes, and we have flashcards, right? So every card will start in box number 1. And if you get it right, okay, when you test yourself, if you get it right, then you move it to the next box. And if you get it wrong, then you move it to the a box which is lower than the one where it was. Now, if you're in box 1, just you let it stay in box 1. Now, what are these boxes? Each box determines how many times, okay, you're going to study each set of flashcards. So the cards which are in box 1, you're going to review them every day. The cards which are in box 2, you're going to review it every 2 days. And the ones in box 3, you'll review it every 4 days. And the ones in box 4, you're going to review every 9 days. And box number 5 is every 14 days. So this is a form of spaced repetition which you have seen earlier. Okay, and then, yeah, as I said before, if you get it right, you move the card to the next box. If you get it wrong, you move to the box below, right? Now, so for visual learners, I think this is one of the good methods to use. And there is also an app called Anki, which you can look up and probably make use of the virtual platform as well. So the next technique is called mind mapping. So here you're going to put the information you know in the form of a diagram. Okay, so first you write a word in the center of a page and then you draw major ideas and keywords and connect them to the central concept. Okay, so this is just a theme that has been put up here. So you just draw arrow marks, okay, and connections. Then you put in the keywords, the important concepts which are related to the main concept, right? So the structure of a mind map is related to the way our brain stores and retrieves information. So mind mapping your notes instead of just writing them down can improve the comprehension. It enables us to see the big picture by communicating the hierarchy and the relationship between the concepts and ideas. So that's it for this video. Hope you find it useful and incorporate one or more of these study techniques into your daily study routine, and let us know your experiences in the comment section below. And if you want to see more such videos on time management and study organization, leave your comments below. And Merry Christmas and advance Happy New Year to you guys. Um, and Like, share, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram and on Facebook, right? Much love and support from Team Synapse. Thank you.